What's going on, guys? Ben here, welcome back to another video, and today we are doing my Premier League 1920 season predictions. Now this is coming out on the day of the Leipzig game. I'm recording this in July because I'm going away tomorrow and I won't be back until the Bournemouth game. So yeah, I just want to get this out, and I'll do a transfer centre video which will have been out before this, I believe. I don't know. It'll be with my mate Harvey, who's an Arsenal fan. So yeah, let's get into what I think the Premier League will look like this season. Please don't take any offence if I put your team in a position you don't think. Right, so in 20th we have Steve Bruce's Newcastle United. Right, they have one striker, which is that lad who just dives, and yeah, Dwight Gale up front. That's a one striker this season. He's not good enough for Newcastle, for such a massive club. They've got Steve Bruce's manager, Dwight Gale up front, Jonjo Sylvia, Jack Colback's been recalled back from. Like, how are they meant to stay up? Like, with Bruce, it's so unpredictable. One season you could be, finishing top of the Championship. The next season you could be relegated. He's just so unpredictable. He's clueless. He left Villa with one centre-back last season. One centre-back. One fit centre-back because Chester was injured. It's mental, absolutely mental. He's not good enough. Yeah. If Steve Bruce manages to keep the job in March, I'll be shocked if he's still at the job. Yep. 20th for Newcastle United. 19th we have Brighton. They've sacked Chris Hughton now. He's a brilliant manager, is Chris Hughton. He's absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. And he would have kept him up again. They spent lots of money getting big signings, but they started to trail away at the end of last season. What was it? They haven't won since March or something. It's mental. Graham Potter's unproven in the Premier League. He did it with Swansea. They did absolutely terribly, but they played attractive football. So I'm not saying Brighton won't play attractive football. They haven't signed anyone good. They've not done much. Relegation for Brighton. In 18th place we have Norwich. I feel last season was a fluke for Farke. He got lucky with who he signed, and I'm not impressed with the signing so far this season. Top on to that as well. The kit's awful. Farke is pretty much won nothing. So, he's improving in English football, apart from 2 seasons where he finished mid-table with Norwich and then top of the league, which I actually do believe is a fluke. They're good attacking, so I'm not saying they won't get goals, but their defence is not good enough for the Premier League. They haven't built off of it. They've got Ralph Foreman, but he's not been doing good recently. They need to build off that success last season, and I don't feel like they have yet. So I'm going to go for 18th for Norwich. 17th, we have Sheffield United. Now, this one might shock you. It might. You might think they don't have enough to stay up. But you've got to remember, they've smashed the transfer record 3 times already this window, They've done good business. They've got Dean Henderson back. They've improved in the back. They've improved up top. They've got what they need to survive. To top that as well, Chris Wilder's an excellent manager. He's superb. I wouldn't be surprised if they went down, but I think they'll stay up just by the skin of their teeth. In 16th we have Palace. They're losing Zaha, aren't they? They're just losing Zaha, and they're not going to spend a lot to get a replacement. Crystal Palace without Zaha, they're just nothing. They're absolutely nothing. That man carries their team. So unless they can find someone in the next couple of weeks in the transfer window who will replace him, it's going to be a tough season for Crystal Palace. I'm saying 16th. In 15th we have Burnley. Now, they brought Jay Rodriguez back, which I don't know whether it's a good signing or a bad signing. I mean, I don't like Jay Rodriguez because of what he did. I'm not going to mention what he did, but I think you'll know. So I'm not a fan of him for that, but I think Burnley, they're solid side, but the teams around them are getting better. They've got a bit better this season, but I don't think they'll improve on last season, which is another 15th place finish for little old Burnley. 14th, we have Southampton. They haven't made the best signings, but Ralph Hasenhüttl, he did wonders last season, considering, what happened. Southampton sold all their good players. They'd won one game when he stepped in charge. One game. It's bloody one game. I don't think they won away all season when he stepped in. And he's just taken them on a good run. They've got a good squad. They've improved to it with Che Adams, a good goal scorer, as much as I hate to admit it. They have brought back Danny Ings, who just seems like he's addicted to the treatment table, but you never know. Yeah. Hasenhüttl's a good manager though, so I'm predicting a 14th place finish for Southampton. Now, you might call me biased here, but 13th place, I've got Aston Villa. As of recording this, we've made, I believe, 10 signings already. Mad. We smashed our transfer record. We spent 20 million on 2 players. We spent big. We spent over 100 million with we spent the 5th most amount of money in Europe, and we've made good signings. We're looking at Nakamba now. We've already got Louise. Nakamba's keen. We need a goalkeeper still though, and we might be getting Perrine or Butland. It's good business, We've got Wesley, he's a good goal scorer. We've got Yotta, who's been insane in pre-season, We've managed to spend about 50 million on defenders this season. We signed Tyrone Mings, Courtney Horse, Bjorn Engels, Matt Target, Ezri Konza. We've done brilliant in the transfer market, We've done really well. We've got the players we need. So I'm saying a 13th at worst, in my opinion, with what we've got, You never know though. We could do worse. We could do better. I do think though we'll have a good top 10 push, and we'll come close. It will be really close in that, 7th down to Villa to 13th. It'll be a close race, but I think we'll finish at the back of the race in the top 10 push. Now we've got Bournemouth in 12th. I don't know if they've signed, but I trust in Eddie Howe. Right, let's just have a quick look at who Bournemouth have signed. So they brought in Lloyd Kelly from Bristol. Now he's going to be, I believe, one for the future. It was good last season for Bristol. 30 million, decent, very decent on their front. They've signed a good left back, and they've got Jack Stacey as well from Luton. So they're good. They are good signings for the future. They haven't improved their actual squad, but they've sold players that they don't need as well. Though Tyrone Mings is a 5th choice centre back. Lys Mousset, someone I've never heard of until we signed for Blades. Connor Mahoney, it's decent business by Bournemouth. So I've put them in 12th because, well, they haven't improved. I think Eddie Howe knows what he's doing, and he's going to bring them to another brilliant Premier League finish. So I've got them in 12th. In 11th, we've got Watford. Simply because I think, Watford will do the same as last season, have a good start to the season, fall off a bit, but keep in that race for the top 7, and fall out on it a couple days before the end of the season, and end up not even top half. Okay, 10th we've got Wolves. Only reason for this, they're in Europe now. They made good business. They've had good business so far, Wolves, but the issue is they're in Europe. They're going to fall off. last season they were exceptional. I'm not saying that they won't be again. They're just going to fall off because of the amount of games you got in Europe. And not only that, but last season they were just incredible. And I don't think they can repeat it. I don't think they'll be as good as last season, which I'd love to see. I actually would, and I hope to see that. But them being in the Europa League, it would be nice to see them do well for the Midlands, to bring back onto the Midlands, because we haven't had that in ages. So yeah, a nice 10th finish for Wolves. Now in 9th, we've got West Ham. Smashed the transfer record for Haller. 40 million. He's exceptional. They've got rid of Arnautovic. They've done what they need to do. Pellegrini is a brilliant manager. West Ham, they've got a brilliant young defence. They've got a good attack, and they can build off of this. They've got players like Yarmolenko, Felipe Anderson, now Haller. They're going to do bits in this season. They're going to finish 9th, but on significantly higher points than their 10th place finish last season. In 8th, they've got Chelsea. Now, they've literally got a new number 9 in Tammy Abraham, who I'm very, very sad to see has been given that shirt, because he would have done wonders without it. But Chelsea players always crumble in that number 9 shirt. But I do believe he will be starting for Chelsea in the season after he scored against Barca, which is brilliant. They're not fully transfer banned. They can still sign players, but they're. But after this transfer window, they can't. They brought back Kovacic. Good bit of business for them, really. But Lampard, he's not as good as people are saying. He will become good. No doubt about that. He will become exceptional as a manager. But that season he took Derby from 6th place in the playoffs, losing to an exceptionally on form Fulham team, to 6th place in the playoffs, beating a Leeds team in tatters, and then losing the final. So he's not done much, and he just brought in so many players, and he hasn't done more than he hasn't done nearly as much as he should have. So he's got nothing. He's got nothing here as a manager. He's not creditable enough to take up that job yet. They need to stick with him no matter where they finish. They need to stick with him no matter where they finish in the league. Because next season he'll sign good players. He will. And I assure you of that. He'll do good next season, but this season, definitely not. Not a chance. They won't even finish top 7, which is a disaster season for any other manager, but not for Lampard. And I fully hope he does well at Chelsea, but he's not going to do well this season. Okay, in 7th we've got Everton. I think Everton and Leicester, they're the best of the bunch right now. They're good sides. I've got Everton in 7th and Leicester in 6th. Leicester's on Tielemans for 40 million. They've got James Justin. Who else? I don't know who else. But yeah, they've got good signings. They've signed the players who did well for them next season, and Brendan Rodgers is an exceptional manager. Same for Marcus Silva, which is why I put Everton in 7th. They're going to do good, both of them. And Everton looking like they might get Zaha, which is mad. Yeah, I think Everton and Leicester are going to have good seasons next season. 7th and 6th, respectively. In 5th place, we've got Man United. Solskjaer's getting the sack, isn't he? They've signed one player, looking like they're going to get Maguire as well for 80 million. We've got Wan-Bissaka for 50 million, who's massively overpriced. And they've got James Justin for 15 million. So they've made 2 signings, but they're not good enough for me. They're not good enough to be top 4. Solskjaer's getting the sack by Christmas. I really don't want him to, because I think he could do good. But they need to rebuild. They need to get the right players. They need to sell Phil Jones, for God's sake. They're not doing well, but you never know, do you? You never know, but depends who they bring in, really. I'm saying 5th. for United. They don't have bad starts to the season. Sack Solskjaer and do well. Yeah. In fourth place, we've got Arsenal. Same as always, isn't it? But they've done well, haven't they? They've got Ceballos on loan from Real Madrid. He's brilliant, I think. He'll do bits for him. It's on Saliba. He's good youngster. But they need to get rid of Koscielny. That is just absolutely disgraceful what he's done. He's refused to go on pre-season. How dare he do that to a club like Arsenal? How dare he? Such a massive club. You should be happy to play with a club of that size, and he's just refusing. It's disgraceful. They need to, they might sign Tierney. If they do, that'll be good business. But they need to replace Mustafi, and they need to replace Koscielny before they're challenging for that title. In third place, we've got Tottenham Hotspur. They've signed Jack Clark from Leeds, who does loan back, and they've smashed their transfer record after 2 years, I believe, without signing a player. They smashed it on Tanguy and Ndombele. It will be brilliant in the midfield for Tottenham, If Kane can stay fit, they'll do brilliant. Sonny's a brilliant signing, And if Eriksen stays, they're sorted, aren't they? I'm going to say third place finish for Tottenham. Second, we have Liverpool. They've literally spent 1.5 million in the transfer market. I know they want it to be their year. I know they've got a good squad, but you need to improve on it. For God's sake, you need a centre-back partner for Van Dijk. You just need it, don't you? You need it. You need that centre-back partner. Joe Gomez will be good in the future. Joe Matip is not title-winning quality. You need that centre-back partner for Van Dijk, and you will win the league. Get that, and you'll win the league. I'm telling you this now. You'll win the league if you can get that. First place, we all know who it is, Man City. They've spent 60 million on a player they don't even need. That's how you can tell a club's winning the league. When they break their transfer record on a player they don't even need. They are, it's mental how good City are. It's just going to be, if they spend another 100 million, they are going to be the dominant club in English football. They're just absurdly good. They are ridiculously good. You can't expect them not to win the league with the squad they've got and the improvements they've made. They've got Rodri as a Fernandinho replacement. They've got Angelino back in left back. They've done good. They've finally got the left back that isn't Benjamin Mendy. But it's just it shows how good City are, that they got 198 points in 2 seasons. Mental. Absolutely absurd how good Man City are. See the first place for City. Now I'm just going to quickly go over all the teams. 20th Newcastle, 19th Brighton, 18th Norwich, 17th Sheffield United, 16th Palace, 15th Burnley, 14th Southampton, 13th Villa, 12th Bournemouth, 11th Watford, 10th Wolves, 9th West Ham, 8th Chelsea, 7th Everton, 6th Leicester, 5th Man United, 4th Arsenal, 3rd Tottenham, 2nd Liverpool, and 1st Manchester City. I want to thank you all for watching this video. If you're new around here, do subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated. And I'll see you in the season. What a season this is going to be for the channel and for football. Well, thank you all for watching this, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.